just have so many girls.
I mean, it's not even like that though.
Then what is it like?
You know what it is? Because, some people think that because I have such a long history with women, like a long resume, it's because like I'm a hoe or something. But it's not that. It's just I lose interest very quickly.
I know, see that.
I know very easily. It doesn't take me long to figure out if I need to move on from this. So, I'll always give something a little chance. And then after 2 weeks, I know like, I ain't on that no more.
2 weeks?
Yeah, it don't take long.
That's super quick, I feel like.
I mean, if you talk to the person every day.
Yeah. And you can tell if you're not feeling, or if like you're excited to talk to them.
Honestly, it takes me one hangout with you to figure you out. Or to at least know if I don't want to hang with you no more.
Yeah. No,
just one time.
That's with anybody though. That's with friends too. It's like, okay, I don't like being around you.
Yeah. So it don't take me much.
Yeah, that's
why then I just move on to the next,
There you go.
But it's like I always start off super optimistic. And so that's why my friends would think like, oh, okay, you
liking this girl.
I was like, yeah, it's cool. We'll see where it goes. And then I hang out with them. Hey, what happened to? Nah, it's not.
What is your biggest turnoff?
My biggest turnoff is when you don't know how to communicate.
That's your biggest turnoff?
Yeah, when you can't.
What if they don't have good conversation?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you don't know how to talk.
Okay, yeah.
You don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand different people talk in different ways. Some people are probably better at texting. That's cool. I'm not a great texter.
Texting is the worst ever.
It is the worst. And I get busy and then I'll text you back in hours later. But when I text, I type out messages as if I'm talking.
Oh, you're one of those.
So I'll send paragraphs.
Yeah.
But not to be deep, just like this is how I would, have a conversation.
I think FaceTiming is the best. FaceTiming is the best. It's the funnest.
Why you brought up FaceTime?
What's wrong with FaceTime?
No, this is wrong with FaceTime.
Why you say like that?
I feel like you're baiting me into a story. Yo, is she trying to play me?
I'm not at all. I'm not being
telling
serious.
This story.
Just if you feel like you should share.
Listen. You got to do the catfish test.
Got to.
you did this on purpose.
No, I really didn't. I was really saying I like FaceTiming. I FaceTime everybody though. You know that.
You do. Nah, you used to do that to me. I was like, why are you FaceTiming me?
I always FaceTime. I'd rather see you and speak to you like how we speak in real life.
I was with somebody else one day, and you FaceTime them, and they said the same thing I say. Like, he was like, bro, she's always FaceTiming me. You know who I'm talking about?
Who, Brennan?
No, I don't want to say his name.
Can you give me a hint?
It's your dad.
Oh.
I was trying not to say his name.
Oh yeah, I'm always FaceTiming him. That's true.
But I remember being in the car with him. He's like, bro, she's always FaceTiming me. Does she do that with you? Yeah, she does.
Yes,
it's weird. Why? Is that like a new thing that people do? It's
no,
like,
I just want to see your reaction in real time at what I'm gonna say.
That's weird.
You know what I mean?
I guess it's not as weird anymore. I'm cool with it now.
Yeah.
But I mean, you definitely. Let me ask you this. Okay. Well, I don't know if you have a lot of experience in this, honestly.
With what?
With because you didn't really date a lot of people.
No. And I was never on the apps.
And your husband, you've been knowing him for a long time.
Yeah.
So y'all didn't really have to do all that.
No.
So I don't know if I should even ask you this, but how soon after you meet someone that you're both interested in each other should you go on a first date?
Immediately.
That's what I think, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like anything fancy, it's just low key.
It's
let's
like
just
hang
meet up
out,
for coffee.
go get food. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems totally normal, right? So you think you should purposely give somebody a waiting period before you hang out with them? Well,
that's some people's preference, which is your favorite word, recently.
Don't even.
So that's some people's preference. Some people have boundaries. They don't know if they, you know what I mean? Like women have to keep themselves protected and safe. So some people do that. I wouldn't do that, but.
Okay, so let's just say meeting in person or having that first initial date is one way you get somebody's vibe. You get to know them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's say it's your preference not to do that right away. What's next on the list? What's the next best thing?
I guess
FaceTime?
just talking more.
Is FaceTime the next best thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you don't want to do that either? What's the next best thing?
Well, then I would just think that you're not interested. If you don't want to meet with me, if you don't want to FaceTime with me.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what if you keep saying that you are?
Either I'm a liar and maybe I don't know how to like be like, no, I'm not really interested, or I just genuinely like to take things slow. Like really slow.
That's really slow though.
That's really slow.
How old are we?
See, but some people think just because I'm a certain age doesn't mean I have to take things fast. Like I'm in no rush.
So what you're taking it slow, but where are you going? Like what are you trying to build up to?
Yeah, what are you trying to accomplish?
Because I'm assuming you're trying to get to know the person, right?
Right.
How do you get to know a person?
By talking to them.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't understand. I'm not talking about anything specific.
Right, of course
all.
not.
I'm just throwing out a scenario since you put me on the spot. Mm-hmm. You know, I always want to get into my dating business. Mm-hmm. But how can you not be a great texter? All your texts are like 3 or 4 words. To me, that's like a sign of disinterest.
Yeah, you're being dry.
And so with me, I'm like, I don't want to waste nobody's time. I'm not trying to waste my own time. Hey, if you're not interested, it was nice knowing you. Like I legit like said, hey, you know, you have a good life.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically
yeah.
is what I would have said if this was real.
Yes.
And then hypothetically, the person responded with, no, it's not that. I just take things slow. I'm still feeling you out. I'm still getting to know you.
I'd be like, girl, I don't have all time for that. Like
hypothetically.
I would say that hypothetically, that I don't have time for that.
Yeah. So anyway, let's
different topic. How was your week, Trey?
Man, this week has been rough.
Has it?
Last week was rough too, though.
Everything's been rough.
How's your week been?
Exhausting. I'm exhausted, if you can't tell. I have been not really trying to watch the news for like the past like 2 months. I feel like I haven't watched the news like since Trump was in office, honestly, because I feel like that was whenever like it was just like daily. There was something to, you know, like watch and witness. Now there is something daily to watch and witness because there is like a mass shooting every like week. But it's just, again, exhausting to keep watching, you know, mass shootings. And then like now, like it was, you know, the Derek Chauvin, whatever, trials. And then Dante Wright. And now Ma'Khia Bryant. And it's just like.
It never ends.
And we were exhausted last pod talking about this. So the fact that it's just happening again, like. What is happening? Yeah.
You know, I don't honestly. Well, let me ask you this: were you watching the verdict?
I did not watch the verdict. I was honestly keeping up with Ashton. Like when Ashton was saying like they're gonna, I was like, oh okay. Like I didn't even realize that. You know, I mean, I knew it had been going on, but I didn't know like it was so soon.
So I was driving on my way to a meeting, and I was watching it, and. I definitely when they started reading the charges, and they started with the highest one. Mm-hmm. Second degree murder was the highest one, right?
I think so, wasn't it?
They started with that one. So when he said guilty, it was like this major sigh of relief that I let out. Mm-hmm. Like almost, I think I might have had like a tear or two, you know, but it was also this unsettling feeling, like. Is this really a victory? Yeah. Or is this just balancing the scales of
not even
defeat?
And not even
it doesn't because balancing the scales would bring George Floyd back.
Right. Or some form of equality, which there is not.
Right. Any. Like, I mean, you can't bring them back. So there's no balancing the scales. Yeah. You know what I mean? But right. I just felt like, you know, this is it's crazy that we want as a collective, as Black people, we want to celebrate this when this is what should happen.
Have happened, yeah. That's why it doesn't feel like a victory.
No, it doesn't.
Just feels like justice being served. Like it doesn't.
It's not even. And you know, I've been seeing this a lot. I didn't think about it until I saw it. Like this is not justice. This is accountability.
True. That's a better way of putting it for sure.
And I didn't make that up. Like I saw that on Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and it made me think like, oh, okay, I get that because justice would have been
never happening.
It never happened.
Right.
That's justice. So yeah, And then not even an hour later.
Not even an hour. At first, I was like, "Is this real?"
It was almost simultaneous. It almost.
It was. Like, it really was.
I was waiting for a client, and when I first pulled up to where I was going is when I saw the verdict. So like I sat in the parking lot for a little bit, walked in, I think turned on the lights and got to the door to open the door for my client. And they're the ones that told me, like, because I told them about, you saw the verdict? Yeah, I did. Did you hear about it? It was just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like if I would have stayed on my phone during that time, I would have saw it. Like it was back to back. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, we can't win for losing.
I know. I had checked the verdict like an hour after. So I did see it simultaneously. Like I saw everybody saying like guilty. I like looked at his name up and then I looked up, guilty, and I saw, and then right under I kept seeing like it said like trending, but it only had a couple thousand tweets and it was like Ma'Khia Bryant. And I was like, what is this? Like, what is everybody talking about? And then I saw a screenshot of a video and it said, hey, if like you see this video, don't pull it up because it's a 15 or 16-year-old girl being murdered on camera. And I was like, what? So I told, my husband, I was like, hey, if you see this video, like, don't watch it. And I didn't really know what was going on. And he was the one that like looked into it and told me what was going on. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, again, like while we're watching this happens. Like, it's America, so it's not surprising, but it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah. Honestly, and I kind of alluded to this last week, even on the pod that nobody ever saw. But I think there's a term for it. And I looked it up and I was doing some research. I don't want to use the term until I know it for sure. But it's like, basically, it's like where you are literally fatigued from having to either fight for your race, talk about your race, defend your race. Like you literally feel physically fatigued from it. And I'm just so tired of it.
That's how I feel too. I feel physically tired, like, of even thinking about it. It's just like, and then what's crazy, okay, because of that, number one, and then I'm just like thinking about like, if anything happens and we have to get a police officer involved, like I'm genuinely thinking these things in my head. And then with all the mass shootings, like I literally went into a gas station. Everywhere I go, I'm paranoid, y'all. Like I went into a gas station, I'm looking around, like every 5 seconds, I'm thinking I went into a grocery store the other day. I'm so paranoid. Like I'm in the back of Walmart and I'm literally paranoid. Like, okay, I'm in the best place if anything happens. Like thinking this in my head, like this is what living, like if you don't live in America, this is what living in America is like. It's like you're thinking at all times, I could be shot right now. Like I'm thinking this in my head and I'm just paranoid all the time. And I don't feel like it's really paranoia. And my friend said this, that it doesn't really feel like paranoia because it's justified. Like you're supposed to feel like this because you really are, like you genuinely do have a target on your back at all times, not just because you're black. I mean, that is an added, threat to it, but like because I just live here and people are just waiting to shoot everything up. And then now, especially with the new law passed in Texas with like permitless carry, I don't know how you feel about it. We haven't talked about it, but like, it's just like, so any old crazy person can now have a gun on them here. Like that's what we need right now.
I mean, if people want a gun, they can get a gun.
I understand that, but why not make it harder for this to happen? And now whenever people with mental illness or whatever the case may be, and I'm not marginalizing people with mental illness even more than they already are, but I'm just saying people that should not have guns, that if they happen to be pulled over and, get checked and would have had the gun or the weapon taken away from them, now have every right to have it. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. I don't want a bunch of ill people, mental or not, just like, crazy people running out with guns. I don't. I am pro 2A, but I don't want that to happen.
I totally understand that. And I get that. And I agree with you to an extent. I just think the world would probably be a lot safer if everybody just had one. Give everybody one.
No. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
How does that make sense?
Because if a criminal wants to get a gun, they're going to get a gun. If you start making laws stricter, you're only going to make the law stricter for law-abiding citizens.
It doesn't matter. That's a horrible argument.
Law-abiding citizens follow laws, not criminals.
That's a horrible argument.
That's the truth.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's look at statistics. I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, but I know for a fact the most dangerous cities or the cities with the most gun violence in America have the strictest gun laws. Try to get a gun in Chicago. People die every day in Chicago from gun violence. But try to get a gun in Chicago.
I understand what you're saying.
It's impossible for a law-abiding citizen to get a gun in Chicago. New York. You can't get no gun in New York.
I understand.
Unless you're a criminal. So I like my chances better if a criminal rolls up and I roll up. At least we both got it.
I understand what you're saying. I do. But I'm looking at it at it from a perspective that I don't think that there should be testing, there should be background checks, there should be like extensive research as to why you need this gun.
I didn't think this would be the thing we disagree on today.
No, I didn't either. I'm not, but here we are. But I believe that. Like, I believe that there are people that need to have research done on them to see if they are capable and responsible enough to carry a firearm.
My problem with that, I agree with that in a perfect world. My issue with that is once you start putting those implications in place, this is America. So what happens? They will find a way to use that to make it to where the marginalized can't do it.
They're going to do that anyway, though.
It's the same thing with voting rights and trying to restrict people from voting. Because you know what ends up happening? Because they can flex the system a little bit and flex the rules a little bit, they're going to bend it in their favor. So let everybody get one. I'm cool with that. Everybody get one. I trust myself more than I trust you. So we just going to have to see what happens.
Well, that's where we agree to disagree.
I like my chances better if I got it on me.
Those laws have been put in place. And they work for the most part. Not always.
They don't.
Not always.
They do not work.
Okay. Well, let's see a world where everybody does have a gun. And let's see how well
It's going to be the Wild Wild West out here.
That night that your car got broken into, you had your gun, thank God. If that homeless man would have had his gun, who would have known what would have happened?
Well,
if he could just walk up and get it. But do you see what I'm saying? How that could be lethal? I don't think so, but I mean now, yeah. Now with not needing any type of permit, yeah.
I just think the safest places when it comes to gun violence, the safest places in the world have very loose gun laws. Because everybody got one. You're way less likely to try to pull it on somebody if you know they can pull it on you.
I think it's also just hard to compare that though, because it's hard to compare. It's hard to compare a place like Sweden or a place like Holland, where they do have most people do have firearms, to a place like America, because it's just so different. In every way, culturally, financially, it's totally different.
We know about Chicago.
Why do you keep bringing up Chicago?
Because they have the highest gun violence in the country, and they have the strictest gun laws.
I don't know about their gun laws, so I can't agree to disagree, but I just think that it's dangerous. I think it's irresponsible, and I think that Greg Abbott is a piece of shit.
Well, I actually just found out about someone, a black man. He's a pastor from Beaumont, I think, or something. He's running for governor.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know much about him, so this is not an endorsement.
Do you know his political affiliations or
None at all. I just found out about him. I met someone who works on his campaign. And so obviously I wasn't going to take her. I just took her information with a grain of salt. I mean, because she works for the guy. Yeah. I'm just being real. If you're watching this, much love to you. But I need to look at it objectively for myself. Yeah. So what is Greg Abbott's position up for grabs in a couple years or something? Do we know? Yeah, next election for sure, right? Really? I don't know. So. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, wow. I can't see Texas putting a black man in as governor. I mean, Houston is going to vote for him. I mean, yeah, that's true. And then the rest of the state is not. Yeah. And the rest of the state is a lot bigger than Houston. Absolutely. So West Texas, East Texas, all of Texas. We might have Austin. Well, all the major cities are blue. Yeah, San Antonio, maybe Dallas, but Dallas is Dallas is kind of iffy, but they were blue last election, right? I don't know. Dallas, all the major cities, Dallas, but even San Antonio. But still, even with that, San Antonio, you gotta look out for San Antonio. But they were blue. I'm
They're
telling you,
blue,
last election they
but
were.
like you gotta look out for
Houston,
'em.
Dallas, San Antonio, Austin were all blue. And the rest of the state was red as hell.
I think Houston is like the exception to the rule when it comes to Texas, because Houston's like truly blue.
Yeah.
But like a lot of like a lot of Hispanics in Texas, and even Austin with progressive white folks, and even Dallas with rich white folks, they still lean on the conservative edge. You know, even black folks, they're traditionally conservative in every way.
Even like really, really deep South Texas on the border,
It's
still red.
Yeah, it's
which
still
is crazy.
red.
Like,
yeah, it is.
they want you on the other side of the border, but you anyway.
Right.
I mean, I sound like I'm on the blue side. I'm on neither side, honestly.
Oh, we know.
But I'm definitely on the side of like, let's flip the state and see what happens. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't have any hope for it just because I know how red Texas. Like when people were like
really close though.
I know it was like purple or whatever, but like even whenever like Ted Cruz was getting up for re-election and like it was like between like him and Beto, I was like,
Beto was Whataburger guy, right?
Wait, what?
Right?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
All of his ads and stuff was like Whataburgers.
Were they
like themes and all? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought that was really dope. Like his marketing was clever.
Like I liked him. I thought
don't know
it was
much about his policy, but
yeah. I mean, people hated him. I liked him, but I like anybody but Ted Cruz. So I mean,
Ted Cruz. Anyway, why are we talking about this?
I can't remember how we got on it.
I don't know how we got on
this.
this.
We were talking about the permitless law.
Okay, can we talk about something fun?
What happened that was fun?
Can we get nothing happened that's fun? Can we just can we just have some fun? Last week was really tough. Listen, for those that don't know, last week I don't know if this was explicitly said, but we recorded 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you why because I'm embarrassed. Okay, don't put me on blast.
It was a lot.
But we had a whole podcast that was good. I cried. I yelled.
Very emotional.
Yeah, we had a kumbaya moment, and then we had to do it all over again. It was a hot mess.
It was mess.
I just don't want to go down there no more.
I know, but I feel like it's a little irresponsible if we don't touch on.
We touched on it already.
Yeah, but the Ma'Khia Bryant situation is like really horrible,
man.
Especially because you work with kids. Like it's really like deep. You know what I mean?
Honestly, and I said this in my song, Fear No Evil. This is not a plug, but it kind of is. My song, Fear No Evil, I said, don't call the police. We don't get them involved in our dilemmas. Stop calling the cops, bro.
Okay, but that's repackaged victim blaming.
I'm not, see, you always.
No, but it is, Trey.
No, it's not, bro.
Yes, it is. She was 16 years old.
No.
You think she was wrong for calling the police after she was getting jumped?
I don't think she was wrong. Listen,
okay, so tell me.
First of all, she is gone. Mm-hmm. I'm not blaming her for her dying.
Okay.
Second of all, the reason why I say we shouldn't call the cops is because when they show up, bad things happen. Are they really there to settle a dispute or to protect themselves?
I think we know the answer.
Exactly.
But
Stop
I'm
calling
asking,
them.
What should she have done?
It's not even on. Honestly, her parents were there. I put more blame on them for sure than I do her.
Her parents were there?
They were there.
I haven't watched the video.
I finally watched the video. I'm sorry. I'm yelling again. I'm sorry. Didn't I say I wasn't going to do this today? I did. And you made me do it. Because that's repackaged victim blame.
It is.
No, let me get.
Yes, it
listen,
is.
I am a black man.
Oh, here we go.
See, stuff like. So you know what?
No,
all right.
Let's
all
go.
Right, let's keep it real.
On.
Let's keep it real.
Come
let's
on.
keep it real. Okay. What I don't need is for you to sit up here and try to correct me when I'm speaking my heart on situations like this.
Okay.
Because I got every right to feel and think how I feel and think.
Mm-hmm. So tell me how you feel.
So I feel like her parents could have done something, a better job of trying to diffuse the situation. We got to settle this in-house and stop calling the police, because how many times have we heard they show up, they're not even smart enough or capable to even diffuse a situation like that. You know what? You know who has better training on how to diffuse a fight like that?
Probably a firefighter.
Teachers do. We have to do stuff like that.
True.
I've broken up so many fights just like that. Fights with weapons. I had to learn how to do that. I had to learn how to restrain them and still protect myself in a way where everybody gets home safe. That's not what a cop is thinking when he shows up. He does not have the thought of everybody needs to get home safe. His thought is, I gotta get home safe.
Yeah.
So who cares what they doing? I gotta make sure I'm home safe. So instead of thinking like a human being and saying, hey, I'm a cop, I am here in authority, you stop. I'll even be okay with you pulling out your gun to scare somebody. Shoot a shot if you need to. But to sit there and say the only way to defuse the situation is for me to kill you like a rabid dog, I'm not cool with that.
Agreed.
We should stop calling the police because they are not there to help us. Also, the fact that this happened in front of her own house with her parents standing there, like, my heart goes out to the parents for having to see that, having to witness that, and that should not have happened. At the same time, like, bro, why did y'all let it get to this situation?
Okay, so help me understand. So I know that she was being jumped. That's what I've heard, right? It was 1-on what? Do you know?
I believe it's 2-on-1.
Okay. It looked like more people in the video, but I didn't know her parents were there. So it happened at her home.
Happened at her house.
And Micaiah herself called the police, right?
Saying they were trying to jump her.
She's getting jumped. I'm just thinking of the scenario in my head because I didn't watch the video. So she's getting jumped at her house, and she's protecting herself with a weapon until the police get there to help her.
At her own house, yes.
Right, okay. So, and then whenever the police get there, she's, what, waving around the knife? Like, what's happening?
She thrusted after the girl and attacked her.
While the police were there?
Yes.
And then that's whenever the police decided to?
Yes.
Okay. I still don't think he should have shot her.
He definitely shouldn't have.
But I understand why she called the police. And that's why I say that it sounds like repackaged victim blaming. Because when we say don't call the police, it's like, well, she's also, again, a baby.
I'm saying that
she's
to educate
16 years
people,
old.
Though. I'm not saying this to Micaiah because sweet baby girl is gone.
Yeah.
I'm saying this to the rest of us. Do not call the police. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, no.
Because something could happen.
Right.
I remember this was back in my Sunnyside days when I was living in Sunnyside, and heard something going on at a neighbor's house. Sounded like somebody was outside about to fight, and somebody said, "Should we call the police?" Like, because neighbors was outside, we was like wondering what's going on. No, don't call the police. Let's just go over there. If all of us go over there, we can break it up. We could, do something about it. So we walk over there. We get them to settle it. It's an in-house dispute. You know what I'm saying? It's what they call a domestic dispute.
Yeah.
They talked it out. Whatever. Cool. Everybody went home safe. You call the police and everything gets turned up every time. We got to stop calling them. Like it. We talked about this already, and I don't want to beat a dead horse. But you gotta be, I'm trying to use my words. What kind of punk are you to see a 15-year-old girl, a little girl, you're a cop, you got all this protective gear on, you have weapons, you can't jump in there and tackle this girl? Right. Push her up against the car. They do whatever. You're
trained.
You don't
use any training tactic.
Like anything.
Have more than one police officer there. You have a taser. I'm not saying tase the girl, but I'm just saying I don't think that the resort is to, because this is a lot of people's argument. Well, was he supposed to let the other people get stabbed because people are mad that she had a knife? I'm like, I'm sorry. If I'm getting jumped, I'm definitely having a weapon, regardless.
And I'm at my house.
What are you even talking about?
My thing is this. So did you trade a life for another life? Did he have to calculate in his head, all right, I'm going to kill her so that she doesn't kill her? because her being dead is better than the other one being dead.
Well, and we don't even know that she would have killed her.
Exactly.
We don't even know that she would have killed her.
That's why it doesn't even make sense to even think like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to think, I have to annihilate this person to stop this situation.
Yeah. Because we don't know that
it's complete
she would have murdered, you know.
I don't want to talk about this no more. Let's talk about something fun.
Well, we can talk about, you're not into stocks. You know I'm boring.
I am a little bit.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you into crypto?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you have any current crypto? Oh, you have Bitcoin? You have a share of Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin's like $60,000. Yeah.
Yeah, duh.
Okay. So how is it?
I have a share of a share of a share of a share. Share of share.
So how's your Bitcoin going?
I mean, it's been okay. It's been up and down. It went up. It went up crazy last week, didn't it?
Did it?
Bitcoin went crazy last week. Yours went crazy.
My Doge went crazy, and now I'm like down.
We don't even
a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot. I was up like 1,000. Now I'm down like.
You're not losing money though.
No, I'm not losing money, but like I'm definitely missed out on a bag. Yeah, I missed out on $1,000. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, like doing my calculations, I'm just gonna wait it out. Like I'm here for the long term for sure.
Absolutely.
But like. Because, like, some of these people are making, like, okay, they invested in, like, 2018, and now they're, crypto's hitting, and they're, like, millionaires.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
It's crazy.
What would you do if you became a millionaire tomorrow?
What would I do if I became a millionaire?
You would tithe it, of course. You would give your tithe first. Come on now.
Well, let me say this first. I would probably do something, build something in the community.
I was going to say, like, donate, like, a center... Or like,
I wouldn't even donate it. My first thought is to invest in some land in some hood somewhere, build a shopping center, employ a whole bunch of people from the hood.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because that's going to go a whole lot longer.
I think you're still giving back though in some way. So I don't think that's a negative.
Yeah, no, it's definitely... My first thought with that type of money would be to give back. But that's just me, though. Like, so this is who I am.
Yeah, you definitely would.
What would you do?
I would definitely give back to my choice of, like, nonprofits and, like, grassroots organizations. But I would buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Pause. Oh, before you got into that, let me just throw this out there, okay?
What?
Before I hear I think you seem like the type of person that would spend money on some, like, really wild, exotic animal. Like
really? Oh no. No, I would not.
You would just, I bought this fish. It's from Africa. It cost me $60,000.
No, I would never.
You wouldn't do that?
No, I would start a funeral home.
That's better.
That is better. I would have residual income. Nobody's gonna quit dying. So I'd have like a cool funeral home. Like I would have it where like you could pick if you wanted to become like a tree. Like we could bury you in like a little pod and like make your body into like an oak tree or something.
As cool as that sounds, I want to call you out for your fakeness.
Call me out.
You are a fake capitalist.
I'm a fake socialist. You're wrong.
You're a fake socialist. Mm-hmm. You're really a capitalist. Bro, you got stocks. You got crypto. Let's talk about you. Let's get into you real quick.
I'm using the system as long as I have
it. You're okay with using it? Bro, you went off of me like, you're one of those people that feel like you gotta be within the system. And
I don't always believe in working within the system. I live within the hypocrisy.
You are hypocritical. You're way more hypocritical than me.
I am, but I can admit it.
I can admit it too.
No,
I'm just not as hypocritical as you.
Oh,
for
I
sure.
totally disagree.
I'm not as...
I'm not even going to get into who you were talking about before we turned the cameras on.
What we talking about before the cameras on?
Who you were going to stream on the way home.
Kelly?
Yeah, that one.
But you over here listening to Elvis?
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Not only was Elvis disgusting, he also stole from black people. He stole from black music. He called himself the king of rock and roll. We know the king of rock and roll is Chuck Berry. Come on.
First of all, I don't give Elvis streams, number one. Number two, I play him
on YouTube, so he doesn't get any streams.
I do. And number two, he's dead. And number three, you think that it's okay to give streams to people that feel like having sex with 13-year-olds is okay?
No,
and still putting money on his books? Okay.
No, I don't stream R. Kelly.
Okay, then.
I even when I listen to songs that he's on, like when I go back to that, because of course I listen to all the Kanye albums all the time.
Of course.
Cruel Summer album, he's on that song with Tiana Taylor. Mm-hmm. But I have to skip that song.
He had a song with Tiana Taylor?
Yeah.
She needs to answer for that.
Well, technically, it's Kanye's song.
And he needs to answer for it as well.
Why?
What do you mean,
Who we gotta
why?
answer to? To you?
To the public, yes. Yes, you absolutely
Everybody
have to answer
has a song
to
with
it.
R. Kelly.
And they're disgusting.
Come on, bro. Get out of here, fam. This your house, but get out.
Sick. No, y'all are
Get out.
sick
Get
for
out of
even
your own
thinking
home.
that it's okay.
Bro, this cancel culture has to stop.
We have to stop canceling people that think it's okay to have sex with minors. Oh my God.
Okay, but you're also trying to cancel everybody that's ever worked with R. Kelly. The whole music industry
They
is gone.
didn't know?
The whole music
They
industry is
didn't
gone.
know?
I legitimately think Kanye didn't know about that.
How would he not know?
How would he know?
It was only public information that he peed on a 14-year-old whenever you were like 2. So I don't know how he would know that whenever it was public information.
Bro,
and like a huge
you
trial.
just posted an Elvis cover on your Instagram. Don't talk to me.
And I
need to
did a
cancel
Nora
you.
Jones cover of his cover.
I did a... Get out! What are you saying?
I'm justified. I feel
See,
like I'm
this
justified.
is where you're a hypocrite.
I don't think it's
This is
the
where you're a
same
hypocrite.
thing. I don't think it's the same.
Of course you don't think it's the same
It's
thing.
not.
I have no idea what Elvis did.
Elvis
Disgusting.
had his wife, his first wife.
He's basically the first R.
Do I
Kelly.
need to move this closer? He is not anywhere near the same. And yes, he was disgusting. But if we got into all the men that you like that were disgusting, we'd be here all night.
Everybody's disgusting.
They are.
Anyway, all right, forget Elvis. Forget Elvis. I'm scrolling down my DMs and all I see is failure.
Whoa.
All I see is failure.
Oh, his part.
Your part?
Yeah.
All I see is failure, bro. Waste of time.
Why?
Dead end.
How do you DM people? What do you say?
Hey, girl, what's up?
Ew.
What you got? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I try to be
What do you
creative.
say though? What do you say? You swipe up on their story?
Absolutely.
You do?
Absolutely.
And do you just do like a emoji or like what do you put?
You got to start off with the emoji.
Okay.
Well, honestly, that's not how I approach people in the DMs. Wait, I gotta look. Let me do some research.
Yeah, let me. Do you wait till they post? You gotta wait till they post something.
I do wait till they post.
Okay.
I hope the camera doesn't see
Oh,
my
I hope
DMs.
it does see.
Yo, all I see is failure and regret. Failure and regret.
I want to know what you say and how they respond.
Bro, this one girl, I think she got a boyfriend. I think that's why she. Okay, so is it okay to hit somebody with the, hey, where do I know you from?
Yeah.
That's okay?
But it's already giving me the signs that you know where you know me from.
Nah, it's Instagram. Where do I know you from? I don't really know you like that.
Or do I know you at all?
Do I know you?
Yeah.
Where do I know you from? Mm-hmm. You look familiar. Nah, I don't do that.
That's kind of...
But where do I know you from? This girl just said, we've never met. LOL. Why they be doing me like this? We've never met.
That's all she
Did
said?
I just send her a message?
Oh my God.
I think I did.
Did
I think
you?
I sent her a voice message just now. It's
Of what
okay
we
though.
said?
Oh wait, you can unsend stuff on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
Let's talk about this. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this.
What?
The unsend. I hate that feature so much.
Why?
First of all, I'm usually pretty sure about what I want to say. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't unsend messages.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact if they're gonna delete message, Instagram, don't tell me somebody just deleted a message.
Oh, they do that?
Instagram sends you a notification. They don't tell you who. They don't tell you what it was. They just tell you someone just deleted a message that they sent to you.
Really? So
Yeah.
like even like if they unsend it or if they just delete it?
If they unsend it. Because deleting it only deletes it on their side.
Right.
If they unsend it, it deletes on your side.
But they don't tell you who did it?
They don't tell you who.
Oh, that's weird.
I remember one time, just randomly, I got like 4 of those back to back, like 4 or 5 of them. Like this person has unsent it, this person. I was like, oh, somebody just got a boyfriend.
Yeah, 100%.
They just got a boyfriend.
That's
They trying to clean it up.
Yeah.
That's fun. But I wish I knew who though. I want to know who.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who that was. But obviously they were messaging you a lot. And you never said anything.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
I wonder who it was. Probably from
People,
somebody
you
from
know
church.
what? And that's one thing.
It probably was. It probably was. Honestly.
I'm not gonna go down that road again because I got fired up for that.
You did?
Absolutely.
Did you really?
My DMs was popping after that.
Why?
'Cause people didn't like that.
You don't want a church girl. So do you use any like black dating apps?
There's one called Black.
That's literally what it's called.
It's called Black. It's like BLK or something like that.
Okay.
Bro, when I tell you, it's the ghetto.
Why?
It is the ghetto. Hold on, bro. Let me show. Wait,
why? Do you use this?
I bet he do.
Do you?
You don't gotta admit it, bro. Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. Bro, it is ghetto. You know how many people I've got on here
that you know?
For me to know. Not that I know. I've had at least 3, maybe 4 people that like message me to follow their premium Snapchat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the ghetto. I had somebody else say, hey, hit me up for gas.
What?
Like, what is this, bro? It's the ghetto. I swear.
But have you ever like met anybody on there that you were like interested in?
No.
Never?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's all been the ghetto.
Yeah. Dang.
It's all been the ghetto. This one girl said, hey. I said, hi, blank. How are you? I'm good. What about you? It was like, bro, who talks like this? How old are you?
What? What did she say?
I'm good. WBU.
Oh, yeah.
No, I said, hi, her name. How are you?
You were trying to come at it, you know, very like professional.
That's how I come at all of them.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm straight.
No, she texts like a child. First of all, don't put no abbreviations in your text message.
Oh, you don't like that?
I like if we already cool, like yeah. But like, bro, we ain't met before.
See, this is what I mean whenever I say that you have the dumbest rules.
Okay.
Like,
No.
It's just so.
Okay, wait. Let me clear that up. Let me clear that up though. That's not a. Okay, I have some non-negotiables, some deal breakers. I do. Okay.
And an abbreviation is one of them.
That is not one.
Okay.
That's just a red flag. It's not even a red flag. Like what's a lesser flag?
A blue flag?
It's a blue flag.
Okay.
Why is that lesser? All right. It's a blue flag.
Okay.
It's just like a I mean, I don't know. I think because in my dating journey, I'm like taking this kind of serious.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you know how I am when I take things seriously. Mm-hmm. I fuss at you about where you should put your mic.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Or about having a cup from a restaurant on the table. You know? I care about the stuff like that.
The smallest mundane things.
Okay.
Yes.
But when I take something serious, I look for someone else who takes it serious. Because now I know what I'm getting myself into. I already don't fool with dating apps like this. I got on this because people kept pressuring me to do it.
Yeah.
To just check it out. So I checked it out, and I'm looking for somebody who's gonna match my energy,
right?
Or someone who can at least get in the range that I'm comfortable with.
So how would you have liked her response? Because I don't think her response was good.
Her response was okay, but then there was another message.
What about you?
The next message was, "Oh, feel ya."
Wait. So what did you say back to whenever she said, "I'm good"? What about you?
I think I said something about. Yeah, I'm leaving work now. It's been a pretty long day, but it's all good. Got some other stuff
and
going on. And
she could have easily said, "Oh, well, what do you do?"
Right.
Or what happened today?
It was feel you. Not even I feel you. It was feel you. I was like, bro, who am I talking to? Is this a child?
Yeah, no,
I saw one. Bro, these profiles. I saw one profile that said age 27. The only thing in the bio said I'm really 22.
Wait, no. But she was letting y'all know. She was letting you guys know.
Why are you
what you
lying
were getting
in the first
yourself
place?
into. I don't know. Is there like an age limit?
22 is definitely not the age limit.
Yeah, no.
She's definitely not. She's definitely not 22.
How old did you think she was?
She's probably a kid.
Oh, probably so.
Because that sounds like something a stupid kid would do.
Yeah, why would you even put
I'm
that?
going to say I'm 27. I've had a few people question me being 27, so I can lie and get away with 22.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put that in the profile. I'm going to just put that in my bio.
Yeah.
So that now you think that I'm lying, but now I'm telling the truth, when really I'm 17.
And I'm still lying.
I'm still lying.
Yeah, that's a little
it's a
weird.
bit much. I definitely got another one that said 27. She looked like she was 57.
Oh, she probably was.
She didn't have no teeth.
Would you
bro.
date an older woman?
Not that old. But my mama hadn't even hit 50 yet.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's really old, 57.
57. No, maybe she wasn't. But she looked like she'd been through a long life.
Yeah. That's a good way of saying that she looked raggedy.
She had no teeth.
No, I saw a picture today of a grandma. I was like, she looked good, Trey.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I was like, wait. She looked better than me. She looked really good.
No, I've seen a couple pictures floating around of some like grandmas that be getting it in.
Okay.
Like they look good,
I was
bro.
like, wait a second.
They be in the gym. Bro. Like first of all, that black app, like, and I'm okay with mentioning the app because this is definitely not an ad.
Yeah, it's a chop.
Y'all are trash. T-rash. Trash. Okay? Trash.
Now look at you getting on black-owned business.
That's what we doing? That's what we doing?
I'm just saying.
You know
why
what?
can't we support the creator?
Because it's trash.
What would make it better?
If I didn't get all the, hey, follow my premium Snapchat.
But that's not the creator's fault, really. That's the people that. So the people that are on it are trash.
It's who they're attracting.
Okay. But you're
I'm sure
also on the app.
I don't check it anymore. It's purely entertainment at this point.
Yeah. So what are you can't say the good apps because they're not sponsoring us.
I mean, I have found zero success so far. So, you know, I can't tell you if it's good or not.
But how long have you been doing it?
Not that long, and I don't get on it that often. And if I'm the type of person that I'm already busy enough. I'm almost too busy for one woman. Mm-hmm. So when I find somebody who's kind of interesting, I want to see how that goes. I won't even respond to anybody else.
You should probably use an app. I'm sure there's an app for like business people, like strictly for people that have like careers that are like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I've met a lot of people with like careers, and it's not that. Okay, let me just get this out. Maybe this is my toxic masculinity that has to say this.
Probably,
but I'm not just like looking for a woman who has a career so that she could also be a breadwinner. That's not really why. I think we would just have similar mindsets.
Yeah, you would have things in common.
And I think that's okay.
That is okay.
I think I spent a lot of time, like, especially when I was really heavy as an artist, I spent a lot of time dating people who would like, no offense to y'all, if y'all see this, hopefully you don't, but if you see this, who would like cling to me and they wanted to be like Mrs. Cosmos.
Oh, like in the industry?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, not that they wanted to be in the industry, they just wanted to
be a part of the lifestyle.
Yeah, not even. They just didn't have anything going for themselves.
Right.
That sounds like a shot, but you know what I mean. Like, they did, but they didn't really want to explore that. They wanted to explore what I was doing.
Right.
Like, oh, you should let me be your assistant. No, listen, anybody I'm ever dating or interested in a relationship with, you are not working with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not happening. Yeah. I don't want, because I don't want that structure of like, we're doing business and I'm your boss and you work for me.
Right.
And then we go, because I want to be your equal. I want to be your partner.
Yeah.
And I want to come home to you and vent to you. But I also want you to have things to vent to me about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, I don't need
you don't want your relationship and your business to like coincide.
I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't think that's fun. That's like people that do like YouTube, like couples and like all that stuff. That sounds horrible.
Absolutely.
That like, or like Instagram couples. I'm like, oh no.
I mean,
no.
You know, if I met someone who was also into that type of stuff, and then we decided to collaborate on stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Because now we're working as equals. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I'll be down with that. Excuse me. But yeah, I just don't want my assistant. But then again, I think about, could I handle dating another artist?
No. You
don't
cannot.
think I could?
No.
Why
Y'all's
not?
egos would just... No.
I don't even have an ego.
I wouldn't... Should we go there?
I don't have an ego.
Please, let's
Do I
not
have an
go
ego?
there. Nobody even wants to tell you. Nobody even wants to go there with you. I personally would not be interested in dating somebody that wanted to be in front of the camera all the time because I don't even feel like being in front of the camera all the time. So I don't think that it would like be fun for you to be with somebody that like no. And then what if they think that like your work is like you couldn't handle it? No. It just wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
First of all,
artists shouldn't. Not all artists should date other artists.
First of all, nobody thinks my work is trash.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
wow.
everybody has different opinions on other people's
Dang,
work.
I do have an ego.
A little bit.
Dang.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, I don't think I could. I mean, I have we talked about this earlier. I've had certain like artists, women that I like fantasized about,
Yeah.
but never actually like pursued it.
Right.
Because I think they would ruin my life.
They probably would. But
Because
maybe in
they're
a good
artists.
way.
Maybe so. I don't know. But
You'll never know.
But I know every single person I've ever dealt with, they made their way into a song.
Really?
Absolutely. In some way.
You write music about all of them?
Absolutely.
But see, okay, because I feel like they would have to have like a lasting impact for you to want to write an entire song.
Everybody has
About them.
It may not even be an entire song. It could just be a line,
A snippet.
or a verse in a song or something. But I definitely made a whole album about one of my exes.
Just one girl? You made an
The
entire
album is about her.
Wow. I hope she sees it.
Like, so this is what happened. Well, I'm not gonna tell the whole story because some of it's personal. But anyway, so let's just say we were already working on a project together, like not a music project, but a project, a thing. We had a thing going on that we continued to work on after we broke up. And while we were meeting about that project, I had just kind of casually mentioned, "Hey, by the way, I wrote this project, this album." And I used one of your voice messages in one of the songs, and I want you to...
Were we friends at the time of this?
This was 2017.
So yes.
We were.
I feel like I remember this. And she got mad?
Well, no, she didn't.
Oh, well then this was not that.
Well, she didn't get mad till later. But at the moment, she wasn't mad. She was like, okay, well... let me hear it. It's like, yeah, but in context, because if you just hear that one song, it's going to sound bad. Okay, so you got to hear the whole thing because overall, it comes out to be a positive message.
Right.
Just this one piece of it is, okay, cool. So I'll come over tomorrow and listen to it. Okay, I wasn't expecting her to be so willing, but she came over, she listened to the whole thing from beginning to end, and no reactions out loud. Like, she was like laying down, on the couch, and I was like trying to distract myself in the kitchen doing dishes or something. Yeah. She listened to the whole thing, and afterwards she was like, well, that was interesting.
That's all she said?
At first I was like, yeah. And I was like, you gonna give me some more? And she was like, well, it's your truth, and you have every right to tell your truth.
Oh, then you should have known she was pissed off right then. Your truth. That phrase alone should have let you know what was happening.
That, honestly.
Yeah.
I never caught that. But I was like, you sure? You good? So I got your permission to... She was like, yeah, it's fine. You can. It's cool. So, anyway, a few months went by. That was in February 2017. November 2017, I put the project out.
Okay.
And she sees that it's out. She shoots me a text. Say, hey, can you take my voice out? I don't think I'm comfortable with it anymore.
After you already released it?
I was like, fam, it's on iTunes. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And she was like, okay, well, it's fine. I just, now hearing it, now that it's real, I don't know how I feel about it. But it's whatever. So yeah, that album's called Anchor, by the way, if y'all want to go listen to it. Run those strings up.
Plug.
So later on, we talked about it, And she said the reason why she became uncomfortable is because the first time she heard it, in her mind, she always thought we would end up back together eventually. So it would be okay anyway.
Yeah.
Then hearing it months later, I hadn't talked to her. Then she realized, like, dang, this is for real. This is over for real.
Yeah.
That's what the album's about. It being over with. Mm-hmm. And so that's why she was so uncomfortable. I should cut that out.
No, that's fine. I think that's fine to say. Yeah, she had her hopes up, and you kind of destroyed them a little bit. But it happens.
If I'm honest, I had my hopes up too.
Wait, stop.
Even after
Love
that.
story? Wait.
Even after that.
Aww. So what happened? Why can't y'all be together? Look, I need you to break it down.
Nah.
You're not into it anymore.
We're just in different places now.
Oh, of course. In different places of your life.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nice story. I appreciate you sharing that.
I shouldn't have said that.
I love whenever you divulge for the pod.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said all that.
I'm such a hopeless romantic. I love it. Aww. I love it. Thank you for listening, you guys. We really love y'all so much.
And on the next episode, Earf Muva is going to divulge all of her business for us.
And I will not. But I do love you guys, truly. And we will see y'all on the next one. Bye.